All right, Tauruses, welcome into your January 2025 tarot reading. We are here, 2025. Very exciting. We're hitting the first month to see what is going on for you guys, any information or guidance that can help you on your higher path, that can bring you some awareness that may be needed, just help you navigate through the month, and support, I guess, the best outcomes for you and everyone tied to you. So this is for Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Taurus out there, or you may be a cross watcher. So let's get going. We got Mars still a retrograde, which is a big factor at play here until February 23rd. So that's gonna kind of slow things down still. I know it's like we had a lot of delays, and we had Mercury retrograde last month, and then Mars goes retrograde. So it's like consistently keeps playing as delays and slowing things down for us. But from all indications, from watching the astrologers out there and doing my own channeling and research, kind of the guidance I'm getting is, as far as like when we think of the first quarter of the year here, things are going to start really picking up. Momentum's going to clear. You're going to start, things are going to be easier. Well, they helped with Mercury going direct the mid-December, but it's really going to, increase in March is what I'm seeing. March seems to be a big kind of time change there. And then things are going to start picking up. And then really what I'm seeing for a lot of people is June is a big time, pinpoint as well. That June, between March and June, I think a lot of things are going to change. So we'll see how that goes through the monthly reading. So stay connected to see how this unfolds, because this is a very interesting year. We have all the outer planets, all of them are going to be changing signs. So Pluto already changed. It changed in November, and then we have the other outer planets that are going to be changing as well, all around the same time frame. So that's going to play a major factor for everybody, not just certain signs, but for everybody. So I'll stop shuffling here. So let's dig in here for you, Taurus. How was your holidays? Hopefully they were good. I basically was sick the entire month of December. I think I had 1 week where I had a little feeling okay, and then got hit again at Christmas. So that was awesome. I think that was like a real metaphor for me purging 2025 and the prior, I should say 5 years I needed to purge to prepare for 2025. So let's see for you guys what's happening in January. So we have attachment. Haven't gotten that card. We have the 4th chakra, which is the heart chakra here, and that's Archangel Raphael. And the garden and the gate. So I just pulled this for this came out for the first week of January for the weekly reading, which I did say in that reading, this card has been coming out. I've been pulling that. I think there's some other signs that got the same card. So this just seems to want to come out. And really for you, Taurus, so there is a theme this month around heart chakra blocks. This is really to do with some sort of traumas from the past and how this plays out in your codependencies and your attachments to people, places, or things here. I do feel like this really with the heart space, to me, this does lean more towards a relationship. And this could be relationship patterns due to, this could be karmic, just ancestral generational karma that you've, you know, took on as part of your purpose and coming into this incarnation. But there's definitely heart blocks for yourself. This, again, could be tied due to ancestors, like passing it down through family lines. But this is played out in your life, in your relationship patterns, or the relationships you've had, and it's really due to energetic blocks around your heart space. You've really kept your heart guarded and protected, and even though some of you may not think so, but if you have a pattern and have a pattern in a lot of your relationships and they haven't worked out, or there's, again, certain patterns that you just keep attracting the same sort of person with the same sort of dynamics, that is a clear, blaring sign that you do have your own blocked heart. It's like you've built a wall around your heart energetically due to some trauma or heartbreaks that you've dealt with in your past. This could also be from past lives as well. And as I say that, my cat Jupiter tries to fly into the reading and messes everything up. So so there's definitely something you need to look at here in regards to your attachments. This could be tied to a specific relationship you're currently in, that I would say you are attached to, that maybe is more karmic, that hasn't been a positive influence, at least lately, for you. If not the entire relationship. Just trying to put my tea down here. So let's dive in more and see what this is all about for you, Taurus. This is going to really hit ahead in January, because it's time for you to clear this this wall up around yourself. And it is definitely a protection measure. I do feel like you're starting to be in a place, you see in this card, she is looking outside of the gate, and it's more appealing to her. She wants to overcome this gate. She doesn't like where she's at. You don't like where you're at right now, and it could be a relationship. It could just be generally frustration in regards to just how your life has been going. But yeah, the first card out is that Five of Pentacles. So definitely feeling out in the cold in regards to connection. Your connections have not been, you know, warm or filling you up, fulfilling you. They've done more of like sucking you dry. This could be very manifesting out in your life too, in your financial situation, in your work. I mean, a blocked heart space is going to really show in all areas of your life, but you may be feeling having money issues as well. This could be health issues as too, if you've been sick or dealing with some sort of health issues. Seven of Pentacles, this has been going on a long time. So whatever this Five of Pentacles energy, however it resonates in your life, this situation has been going on a long time. The Seven of Pentacles has really been toiling, dealing with something, trying to work through it. Maybe you've been trying to overcome it for a long time and it just has been very difficult. Yeah, this is a karmic situation. This is karma. So this is some sort of stuck situation or pattern that it's been a loop. And it's time to heal this, which I like the star coming out. The 5 of Cups. So this really does have to do with grief, sadness, real deep sadness in your heart. And this could, again, be from past relationships, past loss. This could be a death of somebody that you lost that's really just, you know, crippled you from a love heart perspective. I do like this High Priestess, though, because that's really you connecting to new guidance, information coming in, new wisdom coming in. This is you really spiritually evolving because of this. I like the High Priestess and the Star together because this is you kind of gaining new divine perspective of these patterns in this karmic situation. And maybe even this is like really now having this aha moment of, or just finally getting the awareness that you have a wall built around your heart that you maybe were not aware of at all. 2 of Swords. So that's 2 really, I don't feel like you've been aware of this for a long time. This is something new that you're finally gaining awareness of here. Yeah, 3 of Swords again. I was going to say again, but I just did another reading that had a similar... Again, it's the weekly reading for the first week of January. So if you didn't watch that, I would take a look at that. Even though, you know, maybe you're seeing this later in January, there's a lot of similarities here. So that reading may have something in it for you as well. The 3 of Swords. So this is really you're not aware of this deep heart, this is heartbreak. And I still think it's still impacting you. It's almost like it's running the show, and maybe you are not, I should say, this is saying you are not aware of this, or that you really didn't think this is still really impacting you as much as it is. This has to do with your past. Definitely heartache from the past. And it's coming up again. So something could be triggering this, but it needs to come up because this is really what why you're stuck in the loop is because of this and the wall. The wall that this is an energetic wall to protect you. A lot of that has to do with not trusting. There's parts of you, deep, dark parts of you that were created. And part of the beliefs of these parts is they don't trust love. They don't trust people. So they built this wall to help you deal with a certain situation that was very intense for you. It was very traumatic. And that these parts are still actively working in the background, and their beliefs are still what's trumping your conscious beliefs, thinking, no, I trust people. But in reality, deep down, there's a child part of you that does not trust people. And that part of you was created because of a situation you went through when you were a child. That was very heartbreaking for you. 9 of Cups. This could have led to some addictions for you or addictive behaviors. To me, with the 2 of Swords and the 9 of Cups here, this is like an overindulgent types of behaviors. Behaviors that they don't support your spiritual evolution. They aren't supporting the ultimate goals that you want. And that's, again, part of keeping you stuck in the loop. Knight of Wands. So this can be tied to attracting partners that aren't mature from a relational standpoint. They aren't able to fully commit because they are still leading with their own trauma responses. This is very immature partners, partners that aren't relationally intelligent, I call it. So there's like emotional intelligence, which these people also don't have. They're not emotionally available. So it's like two trauma people coming together trying to bat out and trying to get their needs met. For example, like this would be like someone who's a very extreme avoidantly attached person. And look at, we have attachment. So there's definitely some attachment issues when it comes to your relationships. You're definitely on opposite spectrums, I feel, for whoever this reading is for out there. But in general, Taurus, it's really addressing some sort of attachment issues for you. And that's going to come really up to a head for you in January. Seven of Cups. These types of relationships have led to a lot of confusion for you. Confusion about what you really want and need in a relationship. I think there's a distortion here because of your attachment issue. And it's time to really focus on what is it that I truly need and desire in relationships. And can these people, when you come across someone, does this person really, and that's a conversation I think, or that really needs to happen early on when you're dating someone or in relationships. It's like, hey, are we compatible? And the biggest thing with the compatibility is you really authentically owning, standing in your truth to say, this is who I am. These are my needs and desires in a relationship. Because when you disregard your own needs and desires, you are disrespecting yourself. You are not setting clear boundaries. And ultimately, that relationship most likely is never going to work out, because for a successful relationship, it's because two people know who they are, they're standing in their authenticity, showing up in the relationship and saying, this is who I am. You love me as I, like, authentically for who I am. I'm not going to change who I am to try and get you to like me or to try and make this relationship work. That's a healthy person. Now, there is that lens of compromise and there's a give and take there, right? Because you can lean too much on like a narcissistic spectrum if you're just like, if you're too in your ego and too much selfish about, no, this is who I am. And if, even though, like, looking at your toxic traits, right? Because someone who can understand their issues and their toxic aspects and their negative aspects, but they are working on it, right? They're doing things, whether it's therapy, energy work, or just things like meditation or self-care to try and help balance those things. I mean, that's a healthy person. No one's going to be perfect. But when you have people that are just so stuck in they're stuck in their ways, they have no awareness of their toxic traits, and, you know, they're just always going to point at the other person that is the problem. That's where the issues come in. So we have the Four of Pentacles, definitely blocked. Blocked, but also what are you holding on to for dear life because of attachment issues as well? You could be holding on to a relationship because of fear of being alone, needing that comfort. Eight of Pentacles. I like that, working through it. I feel like you're definitely, if you're not currently working on these patterns or these issues, like if this shouldn't be, hopefully, like the first time you're hearing this, you probably already know this. You may be already working on this, or some of you could really start in January to take active steps to start to work on yourself, to change your patterns. Nine of Swords. There's definitely a level of anxiety here around, I do feel fear that you're like, am I ever going to, you know, stop these patterns? Or am I ever going to bring in a relationship that's really aligned with who I am, aligned with my needs. And it's almost like, will I attract someone who will ever be able to love me, fulfill my needs and desires, and we just are compatible, right? There's this energy of like real incompatibility in your relationships. And this probably also mirrors out in your family. There's a lot of unhealthy dynamics, a lot of incompatibilities in regards to like how you view things, your dynamics, how you communicate, all those sorts of things. I just want to get one for this Three of Swords and Six of Cups. Like, what is this stemming from here? So, you know, I asked that, but I got the Ace of Pentacles. So it's kind of saying that no matter, this is going to stem from something for all of you, from something different, right? And you're going to be able to identify or work through what are those really hard situations that you went through as a child. But there's a new opportunity this month to work through this, to repair the heart, the injuries that was sustained from a heart perspective. I think there's an opportunity to repair this. Which I really like that energy. I'm just going to get one for overall guidance here. Chariot. So things are going to move forward. Divine timing. Yeah. There is a divine timing aspect to where these patterns are going to change, where it's time for you to resolve the energy, to break down the wall that you've had around your heart. And there's just a divine timing. Like, you had to work through these lessons with certain people, and you had to go through it exactly in that time frame. But it's coming for 2025 here. Look at this. So 2025, new year, new opportunity for real big change and resolving these patterns. And if you are looking for love, I do feel like this King of Wands is coming in. So someone who is very attractive and charismatic, but very mature. It's a king, right? You go from a knight to a king. Look at this, and they're both wands. So I feel like in the past, like, you deceived passion for love, and the passion tended to almost distort your perspective of the compatibility in the relationship. That could be also big, but now it's really going to be true, where this compatibility, the passion and the love and the connection is aligned with true compatibility now. And this is going to bring up the moon. So it's something I feel like this hasn't happened yet. This is coming. The moon can be something you're not aware of, that's still hidden. But all of this stuff really needs to come up and for you to be aware of it. It doesn't mean that you have to be perfect and you have to heal this before you can actually experience something different. But it's just saying that there's deep unconscious things, hurts and pains that are still, it's almost like a wound, right? These are wounds that never were addressed. They weren't repaired appropriately. They weren't given the proper care so that they could heal in a way that you can move forward and not have this impacting you from a day-to-day basis. Real interesting here, Taurus. So this is really specific, I feel. It could resonate with a lot of you. You know, attachment issues and relationships, I feel, are something most of the population deals with. It's just, again, what our contracts were, what we came here to do. So there's definitely some divine change here that's in the wind for January. So looking forward to that for you, Taurus. So maybe if you need to find someone to work with to help you, support you through some of this. There is a Queen of Pentacles here for this, doing the work. It could be a female, some sort of female person that's supporting you here. Someone that's really has a lot of divine wisdom and guidance. That's going to help you tangibly work and start doing the work to address this stuff. It could be working through mother issues. This could be tied to the Empress, which is the mother. So deep, unhealed mother wounds. But you're doing it. You're doing it. And the act of just starting to do it and putting that investment into yourself is going to pay off. And before you know it, it's like the patterns just shift. All right, Tauruses, I'm going to leave you with that. Hopefully that helped you out. If this did or resonated, hit that like button. Yeah, starting a new year of monthly videos, so stay connected and watch for future videos. Again, watch those weekly videos as well as they come out. But thanks for joining in, Taurus, and I will see you in the next reading.